I'd like to begin by asking you, recently the Indian foreign minister, he said that when he was asked about why India-Israel relations aren't as robust and not as thriving as they used to be, or they could have, not used to be, as they could have been, what were the impediments? He said that we could have benefited from the ties, but once you come back out of vote bank politics, your foreign policies also get impacted. Gone are the days when vote bank politics dominated national interest. I think what he was saying was that that at some point of time, India-Israel relations could have been more than they were, and now we are on this trajectory, upward trajectory. How was this comment viewed in Israel?
I think it's probably reflecting the situation as it was. If going back to our relations, Israel was established a few months after India, and David Ben-Gurion, our first prime minister, saw India, or the Indian movement, as a sister movement, as a role model. He himself was practicing yoga and was very close. If you go to his house in Sde Boker, in the Negev desert, where he lived his last years, you see the picture of Gandhi on his bedroom wall. So for him, by the way, after the first countries to recognize Israel then were the Soviet Union of the time, USSR, and the US. And he said, once India will support us, we closed the full cycle. And it took another couple of years, only 1950. And then in 1953, we put a consulate in Mumbai, non-reciprocal, so India did not do the same. And of course, consulate in Mumbai is important, Bombay of the time is important, but it doesn't do all the functions. So we did have relations over the years. We were cooperating, especially in defense, very significantly, even without full diplomatic relations, sense of embassies and everything. Then in 1992, India, together with a big wave in the world after collapse of Soviet Union,
Cold War ending,
and the Madrid conference, peace conference in 1991. So there was a slight, I think, change of countries towards Israel. India joined the race, and there were a few high-level visits of Israeli presidents, Israeli Prime Minister Sharon, the Indian president to Israel. But the game changer was probably the visit of Prime Minister Modi to Israel in 2017, and then a few months later, in January 18th, Netanyahu coming here. Because I think, this was the dehyphenation basis of saying there is the Palestinian issue, but this cannot be the thing that is representing our relations with Israel. It has to be treated separately from Israel. And he defined also the relations strategic partnership at that visit. We defined together. And I've served as ambassador in quite a few countries and a diplomat in more others. And I think India by far has the most popular supports towards Israel. Mm-hmm. If you speak to people in India, my experience, I visited already now, I did a head count after concluding now a year. I visited about 11, 12 different states here. Yeah. And, I'm trying to go around because I understand that Delhi is Delhi, it's not India. And every place I go, I hear a lot of admiration towards Israel. Really, it's very, for different people, from high level and for low level, from all kinds of people. And what Prime Minister Modi did, together with Netanyahu at the time, they really made it now a top down. It came from the political level, the same message that came from they met in the middle, both messages of the people wanting to have more relations with Israel.
It was also this shying away from the actuality, shying away from the fact that we needed each other, or rather India, now India is saying that it's one of the trusted and valued partners, not just a relationship, but like a partnership. Yeah. I think it took time to reach this stage, right?
Yes, I took time, and the big shift, as I said, 2017, because the pictures of the two prime ministers together on the sea in Israel...
Those were very iconic pictures.
Iconic pictures sent a message to people. If you look at history, Jews lived in India as equal citizens and no different than any other minority. There are so many minorities and different religions in this country. So Jews lived here for 2,000 years. And also later on came new waves of Jews from, we call them Baghdadi, but they came from the Middle East in general, not only from Iraq. And they were also very successful in business. You look at in Mumbai, the Sassoon family, for example. There are a few very strong families.
Baghdadi Jews,
and,
yes.
Baghdadi Jews, and also in Bollywood,
Yes.
the first actresses were Jewish Baghdadi women. And they were very strong here. So you would think that naturally it will continue. About 900 Indian soldiers are buried in the soil of Israel. They fought before Israel was there with the Brits against the Turks. So there are many links that should have made us, and I understand what Foreign Minister Jay Shankar is speaking about. Of course, one of the considerations of India was to get support on the Pakistani issue, hoping that if they take a side, they will be supported. I think that also there was a disillusion on that, and also the need of India as a very strong country today. It's not the same country that it was when it was established. I think it's a self-assured, strong country and can have its own independent foreign policy without being afraid of what others would say.